The U.S. political landscape erupted this week, sending shockwaves through both major parties and the public at large. The uproar began after former President Donald Trump made a stunning and unprecedented demand. He called for the arrest of California Governor Gavin Newsom, thrusting the nation into a heated debate over the boundaries of executive power. Trump's demand came in response to Newsom's refusal to deploy the California National Guard to quell widespread protests in Los Angeles. These protests had erupted following a series of controversial federal immigration raids, which many Californians viewed as heavy-handed and unjust. Speaking to reporters outside his residence, Trump accused Newsom of openly defying federal authority, claiming that the governor's actions endangered public safety and undermined the rule of law. He warned that such defiance could not go unpunished, and hinted at severe consequences for state leaders who challenge federal directives. "If I were Tom, I'd do it," Trump declared, referencing his former border chief, Tom Homan. With this statement, he escalated the dispute from a policy disagreement to a personal threat, intensifying the already fraught relationship between the federal government and California's leadership. By suggesting the arrest of a sitting governor, Trump not only tested the limits of presidential power and federalism, but also raised profound questions about the balance between state and federal authority in America's constitutional system. The statement ignited immediate controversy. Legal experts across the country quickly weighed in, questioning the constitutionality of Trump's demand and warning of the dangerous precedent it could set for the future. Many pointed out that such a move could undermine the very foundations of the rule of law. For many Americans, the idea of arresting a governor over a policy dispute was deeply unsettling. It evoked fears of creeping authoritarianism and the potential erosion of democratic norms that have long defined the nation's political culture. With just a single, provocative statement, Trump set the stage for a dramatic and potentially historic confrontation between federal and state power, one that could have lasting implications for American democracy. Governor Newsom's refusal to deploy the National Guard was a calculated defense of state sovereignty. Newsom and Mayor Karen Bass argued that local law enforcement was managing the protests and that military intervention would only escalate tensions. The governor insisted the Guard is a state resource, not a tool for enforcing controversial federal immigration policies. California's stance as a sanctuary state was at the heart of Newsom's decision, signaling resistance to federal overreach. By refusing, Newsom reaffirmed California's commitment to its immigrant communities and its autonomy. The standoff exposed the deep ideological divide between California and the